Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at Massive Joe's headquarters with resident fat burner fanatic Vincenzo.
What's going on?
What's happening, Vince?
How you doing?
Guys, Vince, I'm excited about this Basic Breakdown because this is on it's a reformulation.
It is, yep.
They're calling it the same product, but it's effectively a new product.
It is, yeah.
Really, because it's
Definitely.
a significant reformulation.
Yeah.
From our good friends at Australian supplement company Primabolics. Metabolize. And it's not V2, it's just this is Metabolize. The old Metabolize is gone, it's out. The new Metabolize is here.
Yep.
It's in. Vince,
Yeah.
let's take a deep dive.
Let's do it. So from the top, well, it's 1 or 2 scoop serving size. You want to go in the 2 scoop?
Of course.
2 scoop
Go
serving size?
straight to the 2 scoops.
Okay, so 2 scoops weighs 9 grams.
Yep.
And there's 32 scoop serves
Yes.
in here.
And it's 1 2 scoop serve per day, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So it's a month's supply.
Month's supply,
Which
yeah.
is good because we're not really seeing that in fat burners anymore, Vince.
We're not. They're either going 40, 20, 40.
The 20/40
Yeah.
is where we're at, and we're like, there's 30 days in a month. What am I supposed to do for the last 10?
Yeah,
So that's a good start.
it is. Okay, so there is some calories in here, 15.2 calories, of which 0.8 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbohydrates, which we'll get to later, and no fat.
Yes.
So into the actives in here, a caffeine 5 matrix of caffeine anhydrous, cholinut, grana, theobromine, and yerba mate, totaling per scoop 100 milligrams, so 200 milligrams of caffeine per 2 scoop serve.
Yes, and we have a bunch of different. So there's artificial caffeine, which is caffeine anhydrous, and then we have 4 sources of natural caffeine in there as well.
We do,
which is interesting. That kind of use the blend, I guess.
Yeah.
The effect is going to be, you would assume, I haven't used it yet, but you would assume would kind of be like a longer lasting stimulatory effect rather than
100%.
just the smack of the caffeine anhydrous.
Yeah.
Then Vince.
We get into some L-Tara, so the mood support matrix, which
Yep.
starts off with some L-Tyrosine in the 800 milligrams, in there for increased feelings of well-being.
Not bad.
essentially.
Good size, good dose on the
It
800
is.
milligrams in there as well for the L-tyrosine.
We then get into your Camellia sinensis,
Yes.
decaffeinated, which naturally occurs L-theanine in the 200 milligram dose. L-theanine helps to pair off the caffeine, essentially make sure you don't crash, give it a smoother feeling.
Yeah, that's a good dose there of naturally occurring L-theanine as well.
It is. And then we have some barley, which is your hordeum species, or hordenine, essentially.
Actually, you know what? I did not know that. It makes sense, but I did not know that hordenine came from barley.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's my new fact for the day.
And this amplifies stimulants and without the crash.
Yeah. Do we know
So-
how much hordenine is in there though?
No.
Because that's the 100 milligrams of barley.
Barley.
And we don't have a standardization, so we're not really
don't.
too sure how much hordenine, but we usually see it in like very small doses.
Yeah.
Like 5 milligrams, I think 10 milligrams.
Yeah.
But, but we're not sure how
Don't
much
know.
is in the 2 scoops of this Metabolize.
No. We then get into the thyroid and metabolic support. I pronounced that wrong, but yerba mate leaf in a 10-to-1 extract in the 500 milligrams. Yerba mate increases fatty acid oxidization, and it's going to help break down fat, essentially.
It also yields caffeine, Vince.
It does.
So is this giving us more caffeine than the caffeine 5 matrix, or is that is that all inclusive in the 100 milligrams per scoop, 200 milligrams per 2 scoops?
Don't know.
I'm going to say it's all inclusive because I'm pretty sure from a regulatory perspective, Primabolics being an Australian supplement company, they need to be very specific about how much total caffeine
They do,
is
yeah.
in each scoop or each serve. So I'm going to say that that's inclusive in the caffeine 5
I would agree with
matrix. Yeah.
We then get into your pomegranate peel extract, which is your allergic acid, is that how you pronounce it? In the 90%. And this does a few things. It regulates lipid metabolism, so your fat metabolism. Can increase, kind of reduces fatty, what am I trying to say here? Triglyceride levels involved in energy homeostasis. So it's going to help break down fats, essentially. Yeah.
I like to call it lipolysis, Vince.
Yeah.
Just a one word.
That's it. It's
Little,
easy.
Just grabs everything that you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Dosage.
We have 500 milligrams which we would assume 30 milligrams to 850 milligrams of your acid is where you want to be. So at 90%, it's a decent dose.
Well, it's going to be 450, right?
450,
It's standardized for 90%. So that is a big dose
It is.
of ellagic acid in there. All right, then we move on.
Some green tea extract,
Yep.
standardized for epicatechins. Epicatechins together with caffeine have shown to increase weight loss and reduction of body fat. So that's why that one's in there. We then get into some ashwagandha, which is in there for reducing cortisol levels, going to help with kind of stress levels. In there, and then some choline for scola, yielding 20% for scoline in the 250 milligram dose.
And just backing up real quick on those dosages. So the green tea extract.
Yeah.
This is a stacked formula, by the way.
It
I'm
is,
looking
man.
at
There's
the
a lot of
number.
stuff
I'm
in
looking
here.
at the number of the ingredients here. I'm like, holy shit, we're not even halfway through. The 500 milligrams of the green tea extract standardized for 50%.
Yeah.
ECGC, which
Yes.
is a little typo on the label there. For those of you paying particular attention.
There's a few. We'll get into another one soon.
Yeah, is a good dose, bang on clinical dose. The ashwagandha is underdose. We really
It
need
is.
to see 400 to 600 milligrams.
Especially at the 5%.
Yeah, we've only got 200 milligrams in there, and the 250 milligram dose standardized for 20% forskolin, which means that we're getting, off the top of my head, 50 milligrams.
Correct.
Is towards the lower end of what we like to see for forskolin in there. So we kind of got
It
a
is.
mixed bag in terms of, efficacious dosing, underdosed, overdosed, in particular with this thyroid and metabolic support blend.
Yeah, and the forskolin helps to increase your metabolism,
It does.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, we then get into a healthy blood sugar and appetite support, which is your fiber, which plays, there's 3 grams of this, which plays
Yes.
into your 3 grams of carbohydrates.
That's where the carbs are coming from.
Yeah, so your insoluble fiber from inulin, which is going to help with gut health and digestion, essentially.
Yeah.
We then get into some banana leaf extract, which I think is supposed to be banaba.
It is supposed to be banaba.
So another typo there.
Yep.
Banana leaf helps to lower blood sugar levels. And at the 50 milligram dose, a decent dose. So you tend to see 30 to 50 milligrams of
Yeah,
banana leaf.
standardized for 1% orsolic acid, which means we're getting 500 milligrams.
Yeah.
500 micrograms of orsolic acid from the 50 milligram dose of the banaba
It is.
leaf extract.
Yes, we then get into some cinnamon bark extract in the 250 milligrams,
Yep.
which helps with blood sugar levels again and can help with transporting glucose into cells.
Standardized for 30% polyphenols in there.
Yeah. And we then go into some chromium picolinate in the 50 micrograms, which helps really with insulin and insulin sensitivity and lowering blood sugar levels again.
Yeah, stabilizing blood sugar levels,
Yeah.
but to be honest, in a 50 milligram dose, it's not going to do much.
Yeah,
It needs to be like 10 times that dose.
Yeah, the 500 micrograms.
Yeah, to kind of really be effective. And then finally, Vince, a metabolic vitamin blend in there.
We do. So we have a heap of B vitamins:
Yep.
thiamine B1, riboflavin B2, niacin B3, pantothenic acid and B5.
Pyridoxine,
That's the one.
hydrochloride, the
Vitamin
B6.
B6, and I'll let you pronounce this one as well.
I just call it vitamin B12.
Vitamin B12. That's the one.
That's the easier way. B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12 in some reasonable doses
Yeah.
in there. Your full spectrum B vitamin.
Going to do a heap of things from energy, digestion,
Yeah.
cell metabolism.
Let's go with natural energy production.
Yeah.
I think is probably what most people are going to feel from a full spectrum B vitamin blend like that.
Yeah.
So Vince, what are we dealing with here, man? This is a very unique fat loss, fat burning formula that Primebolics have put together here.
Yeah, it is. Really quite a complete fat burner and kind of hormone support formula because it's going to help with your blood sugar levels, insulin a bit. It's going to help with your cortisol levels. So it's quite a complete fat burner.
It is missing a few things though.
It is.
When we consider, what we generally look for in thermogenic based fat burners, we start looking for thermogenics,
Yeah.
for example, and there's a kind of a big hole here.
There is. There's a few big holes.
We look for fat metabolizers. There's a big hole there as well.
Yeah.
So, it's it's interesting.
Yeah, it's different. With metabolizers, it always played on the kind of thyroid support. So I guess it's going more so to your thyroid and metabolism support rather than your fat metabolism, getting your thyroid to function properly so your body burns fat naturally
Yep.
rather than transporting body fat using other ingredients.
Yeah. The one thing that I do like about it, and one thing that I have always liked about metabolism, is the fact that it is, you know, in the realm of fat burning supplements, quite low stim.
It is, yeah.
You know, in your 2 scoop dose, which is what we just went through, you're dealing with 200 milligrams total caffeine from all sources. In a 1 scoop dose, that drops down to 100 milligrams, which, you know, generally what we see with fat burners in like a 2 scoop, you know, big dose, it's 300 plus milligrams.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not even close to that level of stimulant, that level of caffeine, which I'm a big fan of. I think, you know, too many fat burners just load up on the stims and don't deliver a whole lot else.
Definitely.
So it is very unique.
Yeah.
There is some synergism here. It's approaching fat loss from a very different perspective and does kind of, you know, if you've used fat burners in the past and you're kind of sick of the same thing with slight variations, you want to try something different, that's where the Metabolize kind of slides in.
100%.
Price, flavors, availability.
So we're looking at $79.95,
Yep.
which is $2.66 for your 30 serves per serve. And 3 flavors, watermelon, citrus bliss, and paradise fruits. And available now, just launched.
So that price, just to circle back to the price, Vince, it's quite a good price as well.
It is, yeah.
You know, when we're seeing most fat burners that kind of sit around the 20-40, so 22 scoop serves or 40 total scoops, really sit around that $80 mark.
Yeah.
Or sometimes even above. You know, we're getting 50% more for the same price.
100%.
So good price, good range of flavors, and as you mentioned, available right now, Vince.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel, guys. Turn your post notifications on whatever device you are watching this video on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new editions of Basic Breakdown and everything else we've got going on over here on the Massive Joe's YouTube channel. Until next time, where we're coming to and from, Vince.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.